everybody, Danielle Hargenrader here, founder of Diabetes Dominator and community ambassador for Diabetes Daily. I'm super excited and grateful to have the opportunity to come to you today with a new 7-day Healthy Habits Challenge. What that means is over the next 7 days, we're going to release a few short videos, each of them building upon the next with some easy, manageable, not time-consuming actions that we're all going to take together to build a foundation for healthier habits for the future. We have two main outcomes that we're looking for here. One is the gift of self-love through giving ourselves that gift through putting our health as a top priority, which many of us have been guilty many times over, including myself, of not doing. And I think through my experience as someone who has weighed 200 pounds and come out to be an athlete on the other side and also as a health coach and a diabetes coach, we all have this tendency to kind of sweep our health to the bottom of the totem pole. So we're looking for the next 7 days, just 7 days, not forever, to put our health as a much higher priority. And the second outcome that we're looking for is to build that foundation. We're going to take these small steps and do these small actions, and by doing them over the next 7 days, we are going to build a foundation that is going to give us the ability to have these habits take us forward into our lives in the future. So I would recommend, if you want to do this yourself, awesome. I think we're going to do this as a community where there's going to be a lot of commenting and talking back and forth. But if you want to grab a friend, a family member, a coworker, anybody who can go through this with you to hold you even more accountable, that would be amazing. And again, the person doesn't necessarily have to have diabetes. All of the actions that we're going to take are certainly going to improve our day-to-day diabetes outcomes, but they could be super helpful for anybody, whether they have diabetes or not. So for me, about my story, I'm going to give you a real quick blurb about my story, is that when I was diagnosed with diabetes in 1991, there was no internet. There was no diabetes online community. So it was just me and my mom and my dad, and we were just this tight-knit little unit, and we kind of just figured things out. And everything was kind of going okay for a few years. And then 3 years later, very suddenly, with no warning at all, my father passed away. He had a massive heart attack, he had quadruple bypass surgery, and passed away all within the span of 1 week. And that kind of spurred, that was the day after my 12th birthday, so that spurred me into a very deep depression that was fueled by a binge eating addiction. So I went from a normal average sized kid to weighing 200 pounds by the time I was 13, and I stayed that way all through my teenage life till I was 18, 19, close to 20 years old. So I have not always been on this side of the health fence. I have struggled immensely. I went through many, many battles, and I still battle today. My biggest issue was my relationship with food, which I believe those of us living with diabetes, most of us do have some challenges with our relationships with food. And that's why I'm here, because I want to give everybody an opportunity to kind of have a little ability to take a step back, take a clearer look, and realize that we all have the ability to take control of our choices. And that's where my diabetes story turned around, when I realized that it wasn't diabetes that was to blame for my obesity or for my binge eating addiction. It was actually my lack of self-love for myself. I didn't respect myself. I was very down on myself. I thought I didn't deserve to be healthy, and I thought that diabetes was, just a curse that the universe had bestowed upon me because I deserved to be unhealthy and I wasn't worthy of love or happiness or health or anything like that. I finally figured out that it was my relationship with myself that was fueling that negativity, and then things began to turn around. So for the next 7 days, we're going to do a couple things, but today in video 1, the first thing we're going to do, going to be super easy, super simple, but the most important thing that we're going to do, I believe, overall in the next 7 days. We're going to do one thing that's for our mind and one thing that's for our body, because the relationship between our mind and body is so important to acknowledge and to pay attention to and to take care of. So number one that we're going to do is we're going to pay attention to how much water we're drinking. So the action item is for day 1 is that we are going to track the amount of water that we're drinking. So we're going to get a reusable water bottle. It does not have to be this water bottle. I'm just showing you mine because I always have it with me. But you can go, to your local convenience store and get a 16 or 20 ounce water bottle and just wash that out every day and reuse that. I just want you to be able to measure how many ounces that you're drinking. So each person needs to have 1/2 of their body weight in ounces of water each day. So super simple. If you weigh 200 pounds, you need 100 ounces of water. You weigh 150 pounds, you need 75 ounces of water. Very simple. So if you're not drinking any water at all, I would say to scale up, maybe not aim for the full half the body weight right away because it might be overwhelming, but aim, try to get 50 ounces and then maybe 60 and maybe 70 and maybe 80 and scale up each day. So that's action item number 1. Get a reusable water bottle that you can actually measure your water with, and then make a very pointed decision to drink as much water as you can during the day. Now, yes, you are going to have to go pee more often, but that's actually a really good thing, because when you do that, your body is flushing out toxins. Our body holds on to toxins in our fat cells. And when we don't have water to flush that out, the toxins stay in the fat cells. So when we're going to the bathroom over and over again, that's our body saying, oh, wow, we have this ability to get rid of this toxic stuff. Let's do that as we have the ability to do it. If you keep up the water consumption by about the end of the second week, going to the bathroom as much will taper off, because your body will then be adjusted to having the proper amount of water. And the other improvements that you will see because of drinking that water will be amazing. You know, better skin, hair, nails, your energy will improve, your moods will improve, your sleep will improve. If you have chapped lips, that'll help. There's so many things that water does for our body. I don't have time to mention them all, but please, 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 if nothing else that you do, give your body the gift of water, because you deserve it. The second thing that we're going to do, that's the mind part, so the water's for the body, although your mind will get great benefits from it too, is that we are going to study gratitude. I believe very strongly in being in a state of gratitude. Being in a state of gratitude allows us to kind of kick out other negative feelings. I believe gratitude and fear, gratitude and anger, gratitude and frustration, I don't believe that any of those two can exist together at the same time. So today, for day 1 of our challenge, we are going to write down on a piece of paper, you can take a note in your cell phone, anywhere you want, 3 things that you're grateful for and why. And don't omit the why part. I would say something like, I'm grateful for my husband because he's super supportive of me and he learns a lot about diabetes even though he doesn't have it, or I'm really grateful to have my cat because she's super soft and she loves to let me pet her and she calms me down when I'm upset. I mean, literally anything. I'm grateful to have water running out of my faucets because, many people in the world don't have that. I'm grateful to have heat in the winter because it's really cold out and it makes me feel comfortable. I mean, the list goes on. We all have things to be grateful for. So today we're going to get a reusable water bottle, drink as much water as possible, and we're going to write down 3 things that we're grateful for and why. That's the challenge for day 1. So I really encourage you to get up there and do that. Also, comment below. What did you drink today as far as ounces? Name one thing that you're grateful for. If you look below, you'll see that I'm commenting down there. I'm going to put the things that I'm grateful for. I'm going to put how many ounces we drank. And I think that the more people that come out and participate, we can, as a community, come together and support each other and hold each other accountable. And day 2, we'll build upon day 1. I'll tell you a little bit more about my story. We'll get a little bit more into the challenge. And I really, truly believe that by the end of the 7 days, everybody's going to feel better. You're going to have more confidence, feel more empowered, and hopefully you're going to want to take some of the things that we've learned in this 7-day challenge and make them permanent in your life. So I'm super grateful to have you on this journey with me. I honor you for stepping up and taking action, because I know it's not easy, but I'm here to support you. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and always remember that you are stronger than you think you are. I will see you guys on the next video.